Welcome to all of you. We're approaching the solar eclipse in Cancer, where we are going to witness somewhere in Nepal and in India and in China the solar eclipse, which the moon will move in front of the sun and create a ring of fire. This ring of fire is happening also on an equinox, which means we have equal day and equal night on the 21st of June, which brings me perfectly to the Chariot, which is the Cancer card, the major arcana Cancer card, right? When we look into this card, this major arcana meaning a big message or a higher self message, and we can see that this is a celestial moment in time and space, perfectly for the mission that we are now entering. Now, as you can see, there is a portal, a celestial portal opening, and the curtain behind there with all the stars and him wearing the crown where the seventh chakra is shining, very focused, right? Now this man or this warrior is very focused because he has to manage with his mind the black and the white, the yin and the yang, the inhale and the exhale. He has to be very focused, very centered. And in some other decks, we have horses now showing the Chariot pose, and also here no reins, no connection from the Chariot to the horses or to the Sphinx, just the mind, just the focus of your higher self guiding you, celestially guiding you, stepping away from the hustle and bustle of the city, of too many people around you, getting out in nature, being connected to a higher purpose, which is shown here as the center of the sun with the wings, right? Having a vision or a mission greater than yourself to focus on. And then here the red symbol, which is lingam and yoni. For those who don't know what a lingam is, it's your penis, and a yoni is your vagina. It's the Sanskrit word, right, that we use in Tantra. This union that we're building to create the center, to create the higher consciousness that is now coming towards us, right? Then here the belt across his waist, showing all the symbols of all the zodiac signs, right? And this is what's happening. Also, one last, these two half moons on his shoulders, waning and waxing moon, right? The square in the center of his chest. Here he has power over the four elements, and then space behind him, the fifth element, the higher consciousness, right? This is what here is coming towards us next Sunday. And I'd like to show this card because it really brings us, right, the number 7 to the crown chakra, brings us to this higher consciousness. Now, as you saw, we have horses here in this deck, right, of the Light Seer Tarot deck that I'm using, because it's a little bit more modern, right? Some people don't know what to do with this. It's kind of like, all right, here they kind of feel more familiar with it, right? But I want you to see both. Now, what's really interesting is that from the Atlantean cards we got technology picked for this week, for this celestial moment in time, right? And it shows that we master through technology, through the crystals, we master the communication, we master the connection to communicate, to interact, right? The Age of Aquarius is coming now and replacing the Age of Pisces. And the Age of Pisces was more of a raw, masculine energy, and the Age of Aquarius will bring a divine masculine energy, and we all have to help the masculine energy, right? We women particularly, we have to help these men to shift into this new awareness. It's not going to be easy for them because they're not as in tune with their intuition, right? They're acting more out of an instinct, and they're learning now to listen to a higher purpose, a higher message, which we can see when we look at Nelson Mandela and Gandhi, which was in the video of where I show the Ashvasanchalanasana, the pose of the high lounge, right, which we use sometimes in yoga as a transition pose, right? From here I can step forward. I have to put the technology behind because it's a little windy today and I don't want the card to flip, right? So here again I painted basically the two waning and waxing moon, and here the stars, the constellation of a Cancer, and then here the wings where we're standing on when we do this position, finding a higher cause to step into this awareness, finding a mission, a vision that's greater than ourselves will give us the wings, with the sun as the center, and again the lingam and the yoni as that union. And behind here I have Manhattan, because I lived 17 years in Manhattan, and 17 years is a long time. That's where I started to get into yoga and mysticism, and really learned a lot about the spiritual path, the individual spiritual path that we can take, right? So this is the pose, Ashva Sanchalan Asana, right? So Ashva is a horse in Sanskrit, and we also, when we step into this position, watch my other video where I explain the pose a little more clear in my yoga studio, right, in my yoga room, where when we step into it, it's like a step forward, but we need to focus clearly with our third eye into this new awareness. And then sometimes we step back, right? We have to take a step back to see more clearly, where do I want to go, right? When I step only forward, it's like it's constantly in my face, it's the future. But sometimes I also need to step back, because there is this raw masculine energy that might actually go a little too far in his energy. So he needs to step back and see, wow, I actually went a little too far. I maybe have to apologize, right? And this is what's coming upon us, the awareness to realize when we have not connected to our higher self, when we come from the ego consciousness, when we come from the I that wants to be right, that wants to be the warrior, that just fights for the sake of fighting. And we know the samurais, right? They are very powerful individuals, but they only fight when there is a necessary stepping in to defend the defendless, right? Defend the people that are helpless, that need help. And this is what the Black Lives Matter movement is all about, right? Where we stepping in to give power to the voice of those who have been suppressed, as Nelson Mandela did to fight the apartheid, right? He was 27 years in prison. 27 years. He was fighting, and then became president of Africa, South Africa, or Africa, right? He became the president in the end after 27 years, the number 9 completion. He did 3 times the number 9 into the power chakra, into the solar plexus. And the solar plexus, the soul, the sun is the center of our galaxy. And the center of our galaxy is shooting 70,000 miles an hour through the universe, where all the planets are spiraling around. And we're shooting like we don't even feel it. It's so fast. It's like, it's unimaginable how fast it is, right? Just sit in an airplane, look down and see how fast it goes. Then you look down on the floor, but when you look out, it's like you don't even move. So this solar energy, right, this focus on the center, on this inner third eye consciousness, right, the sun, gives us the power to be this warrior, the warrior that steps in to not only fight for the black lives or the white lives, but to bring them together into union, because we all come from one ancestor. Only the skin has adapted, right? The melatonin has made that we get brown. Our skin protects itself from the sun. So this next Sunday, the 21st of June, we have this tremendous portal, this ring of fire where the moon moves, and I think only moon can move in front of the sun and cover the sun. There's no other planet who can do that. And literally take the light away for a few minutes and make this a clear moment of, here we are as one, all for one and one for all. This is the message for the 21st of June, right? Now, we are going a little bit through a stressful time, and to help you with this, there is an herb, the Indian ginseng, which is called ashwagandha. And ashwa again, the scent of the horse, if you take 500 milligram a day, right, is enough to help you to adapt to stress, right? Stress that, or anxiety, or even depression, right? This is all symptoms that we're going through right now in this time of great global shift, of great global constrictions, right, through this virus also that we are facing. So if you can, right, order ashwagandha, take 500 milligram per day, and you will, within a week, 2 weeks, you will already find the change within your awareness, right, helping you to cope with this new energy that wants to come in, with this new message, with this new awareness, right, with becoming the mission, becoming the messenger, becoming the Messiah, becoming the one that steps in and is not afraid of anything, like the warrior, right? This is a warrior, simply warrior 1 and warrior 2, warrior 3, 4 and 5. We'll do a video where I show all the warriors through the Ashwasanchalanasana, the high lounge. From the high lounge, either stepping back or stepping forward into these positions, right? So you can understand that there's a peaceful warrior, right? There's a humble warrior, there's a flying warrior. Good. So starting the readings now, so this is the message for all of you, and after that your individual reading will come to help you to see what it is that you need to bring into this world, right? What is your message? What is your part? What is your vision? And live it, right? Become like a messenger, become an inspiration to the people around you, to the community that you are part of, right? And that's really what we are looking forward to now for this coming Sunday on the 21st of June. Thank you so much for watching. Namaste. Welcome, Taurus. This is your reading for the 21st of June, a new moon and solar eclipse in Cancer on an equinox day. So, one more time, Cancer, success, straightforward, right? Ashvasanchalan asana, focusing on a vision that's greater than you, as Gandhi and Nelson Mandela have demonstrated. Now, I'm going to use 2 decks in one, and that's the Good Tarot and the Mystical Shaman Oracle. So I'm going to shuffle. I get 9 cards for you, and the 10th card for the overall energy. And there we go. All right, so let's see. I think I maybe have a little more than 10, but that's okay. I will go until 11. Because 11 is a master number. Wow, this is interesting. I will tell you in a minute. All right, good. So I always pre-shuffle because I don't want to like waste the time shuffling, and I have to split the deck, right? Because I cannot shuffle the full deck. And I put the deck together and I saw on the bottom your center card. So I will blend in the picture so you can follow me with this reading right now. And we immediately have the moon. 3 and 7, number 9, completion. So this overall energy for your reading is that you will have an impact on this 21st of June with the moon in front of the sun as that ring of fire, as that vision. That greater vision will come to you. So as you can see, the moon creates this cyclical energy, and that's where we want to come back. We want to know that the seed that I'm getting here will grow into a plant, and then again I will get a new seed. It's not never ending, it's never stopping, it is constantly evolving. So I see that this is for you a very special day, because you will be having quite a very powerful energy coming to you, and you will see why, because in the center this card is very clear. So after the moon comes the giveaway. Now, when you know about this cyclical energy, when you know that what you send out, you get back, you can give to the earth. Look how she's holding the earth in her hands, lifting it up, uplifting, right? So This is so beautiful, right? So look, when we see the wings here of the solar, right? This vision of a greater part within ourselves that we are sending out, right? That we are giving. You get wings and you can uplift the earth because you are a very strong earth sign. You strong and in the middle, right? You are the heavy one, not heavy but you like the most earth sign, and then right after comes the messenger of fire, and look at him, he has the ring of fire above his head. So this ring of fire, right? This powerful message of the feminine moving in front of the masculine, taking the light away, is crowning you, is giving you the inspiration that you want, need, and will have to move forward. Because after that comes the Seven of Earth. And she's looking at this ring of fire and she's seeing, wow, yes, this is what we have to do for the earth, because you are a very strong earth sign, right? You're the most rooted, you're the most grounded, you're the bull. Then in the second row comes transformation. And that is the death card. But here again, you see how she's actually seeing this fire. She's looking into her palm, and there is this fiery transformation. This is what the ring of fire, this eclipse, is actually giving you. A transformation. A big transformation. For what? Which is your center card. The world. This was the card that I saw when I split the deck to shuffle it and I put it together. I saw on the bottom, in the center of the deck, right? Like the two together, and I saw the world. And I was like, wow. There's already a message for Taurus, right? And the card came out, right? I mean, look at how many cards. So I have myself moments of doubt where I'm thinking, what am I doing with this, right? Why am I using these symbolic cards? And of course they're coming, the tarot can be also switched into Torah, Rato, Orat, oracle, right? A wheel that's constantly spinning. And the Torah, of course, as that oldest part of the Bible. So there is an old mysticism in it from the Kabbalah, right? The tree of life. And you will be part of this transformation for the greater good, for a new earth that is emerging. Because you are earth, you're the biggest earth sign there is. So this is very strong message for you. I can really see it. This cycle, this entering the summer, right? This is where Cancer starts. This is where you are going to be feeling empowered like the Queen of Fire. And the Queen of Fire is very creative, very action-oriented. The wands, the action, the doing, no thinking, no having, and no sitting on, sitting on your chair and thinking, okay, what can we do? But it's just a thought. We also sometimes have to act, right? And this is her. She's action. She holds the flame. She holds that fire. And again, above her head, right? She has that crown. She has that fire And she holds that candle and she has a heart above her head. It's always for the greater good, right? So you are going to get this action-oriented energy to change things, right? The tower is 16, number 7, to change things, to become the warrior and move even buildings that have been there forever. And why not? Sometimes they need to go because they were holding. And you are the sign for real estate, for land, for all the material things that we're holding on. So this is a moment of like stepping in as that focused warrior, right? Without really being a warrior, right? We're not here about, oh, we're going to war. We're going to step in and bring the centeredness of the two energies that govern our body, our inhale, exhale, right? Up and down, right and left. So then after that comes the arrow. And the arrow is connected with the Queen of Wands. Is that action? I'm shooting out that arrow and I know very focused where I want to shoot this arrow. It's shooting through this ring of fire. It's shooting this thought, this meditation, right? Really meditate on this day, on the exact moment, right? Find out where exactly, what time this solstice, this eclipse is happening, right? This solar eclipse is happening, and that moment, visualize or wait for you to get the message and then shoot it out and know you will be successful. Because the last card is then the number 11, which is the council. And again, see this angelic energy, right? 11 is a master number. So these are like your guides and your angels stepping in, and the eyes are closed. Now you can, right, for this meditation, your eyes are closed and you see within you the message that the council is sending you, right? These are the ascendant masters guiding you, helping you on this journey that will be quite powerful for you. Now I clarify cards which are a little negative, right? But we do need the black. I mean, the negative is the black, right? The positive is the yang, and the yin is the dark, right? Is the womb. And we sometimes feel like it's not something we like to look at. So I'm gonna clarify the tower, right? One more time, the number 7, like what is this tower? And I'm gonna get one also for this transformation, for the death card, right? So I'm gonna use the Light Seer Tarot. And 2 cards just flipped. All right, let's see. Wow, okay, so this is... All right. So, for the transformation, wow, interesting. You have the 4 of Wands, and again, it's a number 4, and transformation 13 is a number 4, 44. So you transforming into a celebration, and you see the celebration, right? So this transformation, this planetary transformation, will help humanity to eventually celebrate it again, right? They're like going to be to a happier place. Now, on a personal level, right, for you, it could also mean that it means sometimes also marriage, right? But because I will show you why I'm talking about that. Is because this Tower movement brought in the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is Pisces. So maybe there's a Pisces influence, right? But there is this, look at him, beautiful, charming knight that's holding the roses, and his horse is in the back, and I mean, you get the message. So maybe this Tower movement brings a person to you that wasn't able to come to you before, because you moved, because you changed, right? Because you made this transformation. Anything possible, right? Anything for you to see that maybe there is now finally again a romance happening, right? And sometimes the old has to leave, right? These structures have to leave, which are you holding on very much, right? And so this Tower movement, which most the old type of decks have this Tower and a couple falling off the Tower and the crown, right? The corona falling down on the floor. So if it's not a personality, then it's for yourself, a way of loving yourself, right? A way of like finally again bringing to yourself this beautiful energy to you that you give yourself, yeah, right? Being that search, right? The Pisces. But now I get another message. This could also mean the age of Pisces is ending. And we have to help Pisces, because the age of Aquarius, right? I always said, okay, people think, wow, the age of Aquarius starts and everything is going to be happy and perfect. No, the age of Aquarius also has its positive and its negative side. We're going to go very much into the digital world, and you know, we still need to be social. So we are going to fight against technology, right? There's also going to be like a negative side to it, right? So, but there's going to be a lot of healing happening in Aquarius. Aquarius is the healer on a technology level, right? We're using all the technology to heal, including with the ancient methods that have been here for thousands and thousands of years, right? But remember, you have the world in the center and the moon, right? As that overall, there is a shift happening in your world. And maybe that will inspire a bigger world. So, thank you for watching, my dear Taurus, and namaste. Have a great meditation.